Ever wondered how cubing can improve your cognitive abilities? Well, let's dive into a world of twists and turns, a world that will challenge you, yet reward you with new skills and abilities. Welcome to the captivating world of cubing. Today, we have Kanik Khurana, the creator of CuboHolic, to introduce us to this intriguing concept. Cubing, he explains, is more than just a game or a hobby. It's a labyrinth of complexity and simplicity, a puzzle that requires not just your fingers, but your mind as well. Now, you might be thinking of the classic Rubik's Cube, the one with 6 colors and 3 layers. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's a whole range of cubes, each more complex than the last. From the 3x3 cube that started it all, to the colossal 7x7 cube that could leave you scratching your head for hours. Each cube, with its unique complexity, offers a different challenge, a different set of problems to solve. But here's the kicker. Cubing is not just about solving a puzzle. It's about improving your critical thinking, sharpening your memory, and honing your problem-solving abilities. When you're twisting and turning a cube, you're not just manipulating a toy. You're exercising your brain, training it to see patterns and connections that you might not notice otherwise. And the best part, you don't need to be a genius to start cubing. Anyone can do it, and with practice, anyone can excel at it. It's a skill that grows with you, a skill that you can carry with you throughout your life. So are you ready to embark on this journey? Are you ready to challenge yourself in a whole new way? Stay tuned to understand how cubing knowledge can be beneficial in your everyday life. Now imagine you have a scrambled cube in your hand. Where will you start? That's a question Kanik Khurana, the creator of CuboHolic, often gets. And the answer is simpler than you might think. The first step is not to start twisting and turning randomly, but to understand the structure of the cube. Picture the cube not as a whole, but as 26 individual pieces that make up the whole, 9 on each face and 1 at the core. Each piece has a specific place and orientation. With this understanding, you can begin to see patterns and relationships between the pieces. Now, let's move on to the actual solving process. Kanik breaks it down into a few stages. First, you form a cross on one face of the cube. Kanik suggests starting with the white face, as it's easier to spot. Next, you fill in the corners of the same face. Once the first face is complete, it's time to solve the middle layer. This is where the real challenge begins and where understanding the cube structure really comes into play. The last step is solving the final layer. This is the most complex part. But don't worry, you're not alone. Kanik is here to guide you through it. Now, you might be wondering, how does Kanik know which moves to make? This is where algorithms come in. An algorithm in cubing is a sequence of moves that accomplishes a specific goal. Kanik stresses that understanding these algorithms is key to mastering the cube. It's important to note that solving a cube is not about memorizing moves, but about understanding the cube's structure, recognizing patterns, and applying the right algorithm at the right time. Don't be discouraged if you don't get it right away. It's a process. Kanik himself took time to master the cube. As he often says, the cube is a teacher. It teaches you patience, problem-solving, and perseverance. Remember, patience and practice are key to mastering a cube. So keep practicing, and soon you'll be solving the cube with ease. Ever thought how cubing can be applied in real-world scenarios? Let's dive right into it with our very own Kanik Khurana, the creator of CuboHolic. Kanik is here today to shed light on how cubing, a seemingly simple puzzle-solving activity, can have profound applications in various areas of life. Kanik believes that cubing is not just about solving a cube, it's a stimulating exercise that challenges the mind, enhancing our spatial awareness. Spatial awareness, as many of you may know, is our ability to understand our relationship with the environment around us. It's about recognizing objects in space, their orientation, and our position relative to them. When we solve a cube, we're constantly calculating and recalculating these spatial relationships. This boosts our spatial cognition, a skill that's vital for tasks such as driving, playing sports, or even navigating through a crowded room. But it doesn't stop there. Cubing also sharpens our critical thinking skills. Each move in cubing is a decision that requires us to analyze, evaluate, and make judgments. We need to predict the outcome of our actions, a process that mirrors the kind of cognitive processes we employ when faced with complex problems in our daily life or at work. And let's not forget about problem-solving skills. A cube is essentially a problem waiting to be solved. It's a puzzle with millions of possible configurations and only one solution. Solving it requires a methodical approach, a strategy, and a whole lot of patience. These are the same skills we need when tackling any problem, be it in our professional or personal life. Speaking of patience, cubing is a fantastic tool to cultivate this virtue. It teaches us that not all problems can be solved instantly. Sometimes we need to take a step back, reassess our strategy, and try again. Patience is a trait that can do wonders for our mental health and our relationships with others. And finally, Connick talks about how cubing can make learning more interactive and fun in a classroom setting. Imagine using cubes to teach mathematics or physics. Concepts such as symmetry, rotations, and transformations become more tangible and engaging when students can physically manipulate a cube. It's a hands-on learning experience that can spark curiosity and foster a love for learning. So you see, cubing isn't just about the cube. It's about the skills we acquire, the virtues we cultivate, and the fun we have while doing it. It's about taking these experiences and applying them to our everyday lives. Indeed, the knowledge gained from cubing goes far beyond just solving a cube. So, why should you consider picking up a cube? That's a question that deserves a well-rounded answer. Cubing is not just a pastime or a party trick. It's a brain-boosting, skill-enhancing, and all-round beneficial activity. Firstly, cubing exercises your mental agility. It's like a gym for your brain. Solving a cube requires you to think on your feet, to make quick decisions, and to adapt your strategy based on the cube's current state. It's a test of your mental flexibility and adaptability. And just like physical exercise, regular mental exercise can help keep your brain fit and healthy. Secondly, cubing can help improve your memory. Each cube-solving algorithm is a sequence that needs to be memorized. The more you practice, the better you get at remembering these sequences. This can have a noticeable impact on your memory in general, helping you recall information more accurately and more quickly. Thirdly, cubing can increase your concentration. Solving a cube requires deep focus and attention to detail. It's not something you can do effectively while multitasking. By practicing cubing, you can improve your ability to concentrate on a single task for extended periods. Additionally, cubing enhances your problem-solving capabilities. Each cube is a puzzle that needs to be solved, and each solution requires a combination of logical thinking, pattern recognition, and strategic planning. These are skills that can be applied to many other areas of life, from academics to work to everyday problem-solving. But above all, cubing is a fun and engaging hobby. It's a challenge that's accessible to all ages, and it's a great way to spend some quality time with yourself or with others. It's a hobby that can be done alone or in groups, at home or on the go, and it's a hobby that can bring a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. As you can see, cubing is more than just a game. It's a tool for personal development. So why not give it a try? You might be surprised at how much you enjoy it and at how much you can learn from it. In conclusion, what have we learned about cubing? We've taken a deep dive into the fascinating world of cubing, starting from the basics, understanding the core principles behind it, and then progressing to a step-by-step guide on how to solve a cube. We've also explored the practical application of cubing knowledge. The skills you acquire from cubing can be applied in various aspects of life, including problem-solving, critical thinking, spatial awareness, and even enhancing patience and perseverance. And let's not forget the benefits. Cubing is not just about solving puzzles. It's a brain workout, a stress reliever, and a great way to improve your memory and hand-eye coordination. So why not give it a try? Experience the thrill of solving a cube, the satisfaction of cracking a puzzle, and the joy of learning something new. Thanks for joining us today on this cubing journey. Remember, every puzzle has a solution, and every problem can be solved with the right approach. Keep cubing.